Hey guys, we're down in Saarthal today. We're going to do a little info video about the puzzles and getting to the end and then eventually getting the staff of Jairik, I think it's pronounced. Once again guys, sorry about the quality of the video. I've got my capture card, the guy sent me that, but for some reason they've not sent me the software to go with it, so I'm kind of stuck doing this on my iPhone at the moment. But yeah, as you can see, here's the first puzzle, self-explanatory. You can see the plaques behind it. You move the puzzle to match the plaques and then you're through and that's you done. After this you're going to be fighting a decent sized boss. I mean, there's nothing tough really. It gives you nothing and then we'll move on to get the staff. So yeah, like I said, once you've done all this, very simple. Move the plaques, move the pillars to the plaques and boom, through. This is one of my profiles I've got quite a few profiles. I've just seen in the first video that I'm doing for the Let's Play, that's one of the profiles, so I'm just going to play along with this one at the moment and see how it goes. And before I can start recording, guys, when you come to this guy, I mean there's quite a lot of lords, Draegr lords that you fight, and they all do the same shout, which is actually the disarm shout. You don't lose your weapons, you don't get your weapons destroyed, they just get disarmed from you, so you need to look for them again once you've dropped them. You'll see this in a minute here once he does it to me. He gets rid of this and then I tactically put a Dremora out just to distract him by, while I put a few fireballs in his head and then obviously go behind him. And like I say, you'll see in a minute, once I've done all this and got him a few times with the ebony sword, which is my favourite sword by far, up at this level anyway. Obviously once you get the Daedric stuff, that'll then be the stuff I use, but at this level, the ebony sword, just it looks cool and it just does loads of damage. So there you see it there. He shouted at me, he done a shout, and I lost my weapon. When I first played this game, I thought, that's the weapon gone. I've lost it for good. But then I realised all he's doing is shout and disarm. You pick it back up, you put it back in your inventory, your favourite, whatever, and you're sorted. So yeah, I keep poking away at this guy, getting a few spells at him, trying to get him down. This profile particularly is a mage, so I'm just going to keep using magic, try and get my destruction up and everything else, and try and get my powers as hard as I can, hitting as hard as I can. So I eventually do get him, after a couple of wee spells here, and then I change over to sparks and electrocute his ass while he's trying to run away. And once he's down, that's it. We can go through and try and get this this staff. What I will say while you're doing this, guys, is make sure you once you start the Winterhold quests, keep going with it, because obviously at the end you get quite a few cool stuff. The Mokurai mask, which is 100% regen in Magicka, and you get all the Savos robes and Archmage robes, which is obviously a great help towards being a mage and stuff like that, at least anyway. So don't just do that and then do a couple of things and then go and do something else. Make sure you stick with it, get all the way through it, especially if you're going to be a mage, because you want to keep doing it and getting all the best stuff to become a mage. So it's nice and easy. Once I've done this, as you can see, I come through here, pick up a couple of potions, and then I head through. For some reason, absolutely no reason whatsoever, I put a Dremora out there just to confuse everybody. For some, nobody here at all, but yeah, never mind. Here comes the next puzzle. This very puzzle took me absolutely ages when I first done it in 2011, and there's so many ways to do it. Obviously, the guys coming in, I've seen videos when you guys come in, you only move it like 4 times, and it's done and all that kind of stuff. I've kind of got my own little way. It works every time, but it takes a little bit of a while. And that far one on the far left there, that's the only one that moves by itself. This one that I keep moving, it moves all 4. So as long as each picture is 2 away from the destination, once you move this last one here, you should be able to get it. And then that last one over in the far left there is a case of just spinning that round once. But it's always the same when you first play a game. You can never figure this out. But eventually do figure this out once again. My Dremora just stand there looking at me as if to say I'm a fucking asshole, but I do eventually get it. And then once I do get it, it's through towards the chamber where you get the staff of Jarek. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right, but that's what I'm going to call it. So that's it. And this takes me absolutely ages to get this one for some reason. I've done this like 4 or 5 times anyway, so I should know how to do it. But for some reason, every single time, it'll take me exactly the same amount of time. It'll probably take me the same amount of time in the Let's Play as well. So you'll probably also be sitting there shouting at your screens or disliking the video because of it, whatever. But like I say, eventually done it. There we go. And once we're through, I stop here for a little bit and I do a couple of bits of alchemy, try and get that up. Once you can see the alchemy table, just in a minute. Boom, there it is. And then yeah, here we go, main event. The Eye of Magnus, loving it. And then this guy, this lord, I'm going to call him Jarek, or whatever his name is. As you can see here, I keep hitting him with fireballs upon fireballs, and nothing happens. And it's because the Eye of Magnus is connected to him, and he's drawing the power from that, so nothing happens. And then eventually, once Tovdir here eventually figures out what to do and starts using his power towards the shield, that's when the guy starts to get damage taken towards him. So I bring out another Dramira just to distract the guy, put a couple of more fireballs in, go down my ebony sword, take him out. Nice and fun. All Tovdir doing absolutely nothing for the party apart from just shooting that big wall of mana. This guy's fairly easy, nothing hard about it. I'm playing this profile on expert. I'm not going to do master or legendary. I don't see the point. It's just impossible when it comes to things like this to keep doing it over and over again. It takes ages. So if I just play on expert, it's nice and easy, and we just fly through it. Well, not fly through it, but it's not as obviously it's not as hard as a legendary. But hey ho, I'm probably the only one that does it. And here we go, the Staff of Yorick. It does 25 points of damage and plus twice as much Magicka damage, which is pretty good staff, to be fair, especially if you're a mage. Obviously, most people won't use staffs, they'll probably sell them on or put them in a chest and leave them there. But if you're a mage, you want to use staffs, you want to use the fireballs, you want to use the electricity, you want to use the Eye of Magnus, because it absorbs 25 points of Magicka or whatever it is per second. So if you're using it against a master necromancer, by the time he's finished, he'll have no Magicka left, so you can then just fireball his ass all over the place. So they're handy. They really are handy. So I suggest if you're a mage, use the staffs, use the scrolls, use whatever powers you have, and just have fun while you're playing. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.